Hi, this is the Nick123, and this is my first win in iRacing. I decided to record this video to show this and upload it up in YouTube. These videos are very rare because I don't win all the time, especially in the GT3s in iRacing. But quickly here, I dropped down to 4th. I was in 5th, battling for 4th. And I qualified first in the pole, but yeah, stuff to start, got swamped, and now I'm coming up to the second chicane, and this is the Audi R8 LMS GT3 car, and this is a car that I own in iRacing, or the only one now that I own in GT3 category, and yeah. And it took me a long time to get this win in iRacing, long time, and it's satisfying that I did, and stayed out of trouble, didn't hit anybody, and which is good. And funny enough, this is an unofficial race in iRacing. Usually this category here is official, but every 13th week in iRacing, I think this category, they have it unofficial, which is good. So unofficial means if you hit anybody, or if you go off the track, or you spin, or crash, or yeah, anything like that, it affects your safety rating and your license. So you accumulate points, and they get deducted from those two categories. So in the unofficial race, you don't have to worry about that. But I don't know if you still get disqualified if you accumulate a lot in the session. So as you can see on the screen in the video, I think I'm up to second, I think, or third. Wait till we go around the corner. I think I'm second. So I'm clawing my way back up to the first position, and it was great. I could race, and everybody behaved themselves. Well, from my point of view, they did, and that was good. And here we're in the blimp. You know, the old Goodyear blimp that you see in the racing broadcasts around the world, and so you got like the view down from the blimp, and looks like I'm going into first position. I'm not sure. I think I am, and yeah, and it's good the Mercedes stayed behind me. I thought you was gonna make a lunch for it and both be having a crash, but no, they thought second of it, and yeah. But they're chasing me, so I put the foot down and get ahead in there. So I'm dropping back into switching views, show the other cars from inside the cars and stuff. And there's me in front there, and change the view again. And yeah, it's interesting to see myself in front of the car, let alone in first position. So there you go, as I was cycling through the views there and stuff. And yeah, so as I said before, I normally don't win these races, very rarely, and this is my first win in the GT3 car, and I was going to say very rarely in the other categories and stuff, but when this category turns unofficial, give it a go. Yesterday it was they were racing at Le Mans, and well, in real life there's a track in France, and iRacing, this is a sim that I'm using right here now. They go around the world and actually make the track, what they call laser scanning. They take lasers there and they scan the track, so it takes the topography and the landscaping and stuff, and then they take back to wherever they are and in America, and they make a track out of it, which is cool. And with iRacing, it's well, a little bit of the info about the sim. It's an online racer, and I think it's PC based only, and they've been around for a good while now, probably 10 years plus, I'd say, and based in America. And yeah, and they make this racing simulator, and they try to make it like real to life as much as they can, and they actually like make models of the cars, real life cars, take sound recordings, and then the tracks, talked about the tracks before, and yeah, make it available to people like me that they can use it, that can't do this in real life. And so iRacing is a subscription-based simulator content, and so you pay a yearly subscription, or 3 months, 6 months, whatever you want to choose, and then you get like a base amount, set of cars and tracks with that. And then also they have other tracks and cars that you can buy, and then you go racing. And the one thing that iRacing does well is online multiplayer racing. It's one thing they do really well, as long as you got an internet connection and you're subscribed and you've got the cars and the tracks, and you can pick from various races, various categories from a menu. And if you've got the car and track, you can go join a session and you go ahead and race, which is awesome. And I like the other simulators that can do that, and they do, but I think they have to like make a server and stuff, and then you got to make a race and all that to get it going. Here in iRacing, you just pick one and you go ahead and ride ahead, and you race against real people from around the world, and anywhere from people from pros to amateurs and complete like novices like me. But iRacing, yeah, it can get full on, and at one stage during the pandemic, when everything was locked down and the world couldn't go racing, and they turned to like simulators, which hasn't been done before, but they use simulators and broadcast the races and some with real pro race drivers, which is awesome, and gained a lot more interest in this sim racing categories, which is awesome. And yeah, and so sim racing has come a long way, but well, with iRacing, I wish, well, these are my opinions, I wish that they have a one-off subscription, like you buy the game, don't know if you own it, but you buy the game, you pay for it this once, and then that money that you would use for paying for further subscriptions to update, because they expire after the chosen period and stuff, that money that you would have spent could be put towards tracks and cars. And tracks and cars are getting updated, and newer models are coming out, and because the racing world never stays still, and the older cars you can't use, or aren't used in the categories, because they're been superseded by the newer models. But yeah, I don't know if, yeah, iRacing, I wish they would do something like that. I don't know if they ever would, but yeah, that would be great, because like ACC, AC, even the old R Factor 2 sims, you used to pay a one-off fee, like one-off, you buy the game, and then if they release DLC, downloadable content, you can use that money to buy the DLC, and there you go. With iRacing, it's like $11 or something like that for a car or a track, and $15 for a car or a track. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, something like that, and that's per car. And I think some people say that they own the whole car and track content. Well, it's about $2,000 more, possibly. So that is a fair bit of money, and I don't do this all the time. I do it on the weekends, sometimes during the week, and just can't afford to spend that kind of cash on content like that won't be used as often. So there you go. But otherwise, iRacing, it's one of the best out there in terms of sim racing. Just like, if you want to do an online race, this is all mainly online racing, and you compete against other people in the world. One of the best here, iRacing. They recently incorporated AI, I mean, and but nowhere as good as like racing against real people. But depending on how they're coded and stuff, the AI will be enjoyable to race against. So there you have it. Quickly, I race with VR. The immersion that you get, it's like you're sitting in the car, and yeah, it gives you that feeling. But it's pretty good. It's good to have the opportunity to do this, and yeah. But so here, I think I'm on the 7th lap or the 8th lap, and I don't know if you know the track of Monza, but this is basically a flat out track with chicanes, as you've just seen me go through. And yeah, this track is all about top speed and braking. You can do the braking correct and make the lap time, and the top speed takes you down the straights fast, and yeah, and you be smooth and precise, and don't abuse the area limits of the track, and you'll make the lap time there. And this is the Audi R8 GT3 car, and these have traction control, ABS, what else? Everything electronic, lots of aero, and the aero translates to grip, downforce. And yeah, so here I'm changing the views, and yep, I'm still in first, and I'm doing like 1 minute 50.1s and trying to be consistent. And yeah, and like, yeah, when you're by yourself, the only thing that can ruin the race is yourself or the car breaking down, one or the other. Technical failure, mechanical failure, I mean. Yeah, so there you go. But yeah, just go around there, just focus on the gear shifts, and as you can see, there's like a green line there. That's the racing line. You can turn that off if you don't want it. I forgot to turn it off because other people use their iRacing on this computer as well, and some of them like the racing line, so it helps them know where to like drive on the track and where to brake and accelerate. So yeah, I'll leave that on. But I think I'm coming up to the last corner here, and get the braking right, and yeah, around we go. And yeah, this might be the last corner, I'm not sure, or last lap, but there might be another one, I think. And yeah, this is the timed race. You can see up in the top left there, it's 15 minutes. And yeah, so we go to time, as I say, time certain. So you've got 15, it's a countdown for 15 minutes. And you just race and do the laps around there and wait for that to finish. And yeah, so we're changing the camera view again, and this is like camera views of like what they use in actual racing broadcasts, and there you go. But yeah, it was nice to get a number 1, and I don't think any time soon that I'll get another one of these for a while. I have to wait for the next 13th week in the iRacing calendar. In the year, actually, they go by year, like the yearly calendar. So they'll probably be around Decemberish, I'd say. And yeah, see what's going on at that time. I will probably have to get some more cars and tracks. This is why I'm wondering which ones to get though. Because I don't have money to blow or to you know, to burn, as you could say. But yeah, so we're looking at the other cars here, and yeah, so you've got Mercedes, you've got Ferrari here, as you can see on screen, and you've got Porsche, the white and black one there, and yeah, it was good. Everybody behaved themselves, looks like, and I can't believe how spread out the field got. And there's me weaving across the line, and there you go. So I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, subscribe and like the video, and have a good one. This is Nick123. Bye.